And joining me now to discuss this further is Emre Ali Kodan. He's the chairman at Istanbul International Health and Tourism Association, and Armando Aliu. He's a fellow at Istanbul Commerce University. Thank you so much for being here. Let's begin with you, Armando. You've done a lot of research on this topic.
Right.
What kind of services are these people, 760 or 56,000 people that are coming here, what are they coming here for, Armando?
Right. So, top 10 branches to which international patients most apply in frame of medical tourism are international diseases, eye diseases, orthopedics and traumatology, gynecology and obstetrics, child health and diseases, dermatological and venereal diseases, urology and general surgery.
So it's quite a wide, it's quite a broad, spread when we talk about it, but these numbers, again, don't include cosmetic surgeries, do they?
Exactly, exactly.
So, for example, hair transplants, which is a huge, Turkey is a huge destination for. You go out on the street, people from everywhere have these bands on, and they come here for hair transplant. It's quite a significant, and that's not included in these numbers.
Right.
On paper, as you said, $7.6 billion. It could be a lot more with all these other services. Emre, I want to shift it to you.
Okay.
Where does it go from here? What more can Turkey do to attract more visitors?
It's very easy for Turkey to reach 2 million patients and $20 billion revenue in 2023. Even if you calculate 15% growth per year, you can always reach 2 million patients in 2023.
We've seen the lira take a hit. That means that the dollar has more value. So people coming from outside, from Europe or the West, dealing in euros or other currencies, might find it more conducive. Do you think the falling lira might have an impact on that, Emre?
Of course, it sounds like the foreign patients is going to have an advantage because of the rate differences. But unfortunately, the cost of the hospitals, most of them are depending on US dollars and euro.
What you are pointing to, and I'll bring in Armando here as well, is a certain kind of service, not necessarily for a lot of people, a certain kind of people that are coming here, 756,000, that can afford these services, which are still expensive than other markets, Armando.
Right. For 2018, the medical tourism industry in Turkey aims to attract 800,000 patients and $8 billion US. So let me give you some predictions for future to frame the future predictions and in revenue, I mean. With East Asia as one of the most promising emerging markets, according to Çakmak, as I already mentioned, Turkey received 200 Chinese tourists for aesthetic and anti-aging therapies in 2017 and expects 1,000 Chinese tourists this year, and the cost here is 50% less than Switzerland and the USA.
This is quite interesting. You're talking about opening emerging markets for Turkish tourism. Well, you mentioned doctor quality, and one of the doctors that we saw in the report, that excellent report by Adil Halim, Mustafa Kemal Hemamcıoğlu, he said Turkey is 10 times cheaper than some destinations in Europe and the US. Comes down to price, doesn't it, Armando?
Right, you are exactly right. Turkey has many advantages, very high quality of services and very affordable prices.
But it also has competition from countries like Brazil, India, the Far East.
Exactly. Many advantages, as I've already mentioned. For instance, medical tourists coming from Bulgaria, Greece, Syria and Azerbaijan prefer Turkey because these tourists have close ties due to kinship relationships. So medical tourists coming from Germany, the Netherlands and France choose Turkey because there is a very intensively living Turkish population in these countries, and health services are quite expensive there. So medical tourists coming from Libya, Morocco, Iraq, Balkan states and Turkmenistan choose Turkey because these developing states are very suffering from difficulties in their national healthcare systems. So when we see there are many countries and they have their disadvantages, so Turkey is going ahead and getting reforms, and this market is going up and has a very bright future.
Armando, Emre, thank you so much.